take the lead among all radios.
It's noon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Midday News on Emirate Radio. We are located behind the Federal Ministry of Environment off Old Jeba Road, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. First, the highlights. I am ready to abandon my presidential ambition to support younger candidates. NNPCL warns of heavy losses as Pengassan strike halts oil, gas outputs. Kwara State confirms death of notorious kidnap kingpin Maidawa in a strike. UK to scrap refugee family reunion routes. On sports, Maja keen to score more goals for West Brom. I am Latifah Ibrahim-Arowona. The news in details. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has said he is ready to step down from the 2027 presidential race if a younger, vibrant, and widely accepted candidate emerges under the African Democratic Congress (ADC). Speaking in an interview with the newsman yesterday, Atiku stressed that his ambition is not driven by personal desire but by the need to provide Nigerians with credible alternatives to control current leadership. He dismissed claims of desperation of power, insisting that his only interest is rescuing the country from poor governance. Atiku urged younger Nigerians to become more active in politics, pledging his full support if a suitable youth candidate is chosen to run. My being in 2027 race does not prevent anyone from contesting. I am willing to step aside if a vibrant and widely accepted younger candidate emerges. In another development, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has raised alarm over the severe economic impacts of the three-day strike by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria (PENGASSAN), which is said it disrupted crude oil and gas production and cut power supply by 20%. In a letter to regulators and security agency, NNPCL Group Chief Executive Officer Bashir Ojulari disclosed that the industrial action led to the deferment of 283,000 barrels of oil and 1.7 billion standard cubic feet of gas daily, with revenue losses mounting and demurrage claims from international buyers already surfacing. He warned that the strike posed a major threat to Nigerians' energy security and economic stability if left unresolved. On the home front, the Kwara State government has announced the killing of a notorious kidnap kingpin, Maidawa, along with several of his gang members during ongoing airstrike by the Nigerian Air Force in forests around Isan Luisi and neighboring Kogi states. The chief press secretary to the governor, Rafiu Ajakaye, said intercepted communications confirmed Maidawa's death during a joint security operative on September 30. He added that the news was relayed by another wanted kidnapper, Bakujo, to his associates in Katsina State. According to the government, the intensified operation follows recent attack in the state, including the assault on Okiode that left at least 11 forest guards and residents dead. Security forces are now extending the crackdown to areas in Ekiti, Ifelodun, Isin, Edo and Kwasiki local government areas in a bid to dismantle kidnapping networks and restore safety to communities frequently targeted by bandits. On the foreign scene, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer will unveil plans to abolish the family reunion scheme for refugees and end automatic settlement rights today, as his government seeks to tighten immigration rules. The announcement, expected at the EU Leaders Summit in Copenhagen, follows the suspension of new family reunion applications in September. Under the new policy, refugees will face a longer route to settlement, tied to contributions such as work in community services without the automatic right to bring family members. The Labour government says the reforms are aimed at curbing record asylum application and addressing mounting pressure from the far-right Reform UK Party. Home Office data shows nearly 21,000 family reunion visas were issued in the year to June 2025. Mostly to women and children, while over 11,000 asylum applications were lodged, the highest record since began in 2001. On entertainment, Nigerian singer Adekunle Gold has released his sixth studio album, Fuji, describing it as a homage to one of the country's oldest musical traditions. The Afro-pop star, who hails from the Kosoko royal family, said the project celebrates the ingenious Yoruba sound that influenced the birth of Afrobeats. Speaking in Paris, Gold called Fuji music the soundtrack of Lagos, praising its energy and cultural depth. Gold, also known as AG Baby, blends these traditional sounds with contemporary R&B, continuing its mission of bridging Nigeria's heritage with global audience. Beyond music, the 38-year-old singer is using his platform to promote Nigerian culture and address social issues including sickle cell diseases. Finally, on sports, Nigerian striker Josh Maja says he is eager to build on his first goal of the season for the West Bromwich Albion after netting the decisive strike in Wednesday 1-0 victory over Norwich City at Carrow Road. The 25-year-old was making his first start under manager Ryan Mason since returning from a long-time injury that sidelined him for much of the year. Maja, who joined Albion from French side Bordeaux, described the goal as the beginning of a new chapter and vowed to contribute more in the front of goal. Scoring goals is one of my strengths, and I hope to carry on scoring and being part of the winning team. You are still listening to the Midday News. Before I end the news, here's a recap of our top stories. We brought to you that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has said he is ready to step down from the 2027 presidential race if a younger, vibrant and widely accepted candidate emerges under the African Democratic Congress. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has raised alarm over the severe economic impact of the three-day strike by the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, which is said disrupted crude oil and gas production and cut power supply by 20%. Also on the home front, the Kwara State government has announced the killing of the notorious kidnap kingpin Maidawa, along with several of his gang members during ongoing strikes by the Nigerian Air Force in forests around St. Louis and neighboring Kogi states. On the foreign scene, we also brought to you that British Prime Minister Keir Starmer will unveil plans to abolish the family reunion scheme for refugees and end automatic settlement rights today, as his government seeks to tighten immigration rules. On entertainment, Nigerian singer Adekunle Gold has released his sixth studio album, Fuji, describing it as a homage to one of the country's oldest musical traditions. Finally, on sports, Nigerian striker Josh Maja says he is eager to build on his first goal of the season for West Bromwich Albion after netting the decisive strike in Wednesday's 1-0 victory over Norwich City at Carrow Road. That ends the midday news on Emirate Radio. Follow us on our social media platform, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, or listen to us on Radio Garden at Emirate Radio Nigeria. You can also listen to us on our website live at www.emirateradio.ng. The news was edited and brought to you by Latifah Ibrahim-Arowona. Thank you for listening and have a good afternoon.